It is 4 in the morning and I am packing up, ready to leave Thailand. It's been good, but it's also time to go. And I'm really excited because I'm going to a country I've never been to before. I made it to Bali. It has not been a smooth start, but that is okay. I booked what was labeled as a homestay. Really regret this one. I did look up reviews and it said, I don't know why a review said that it was okay. So yeah, I have learned several things since arriving in Bali. First of all, at the airport, taxi drivers are crazy. Like, I don't have money withdrawn yet, so I wanted to pay in cash. I don't have money withdrawn yet, so I wanted to pay with card. And I walked to the Grab booth, and Grab is like Uber, and I used it in Thailand, and all of these taxi drivers just like surrounded me and were like, yeah, I'm a Grab, I drive for Grab, it's the same. So I just got ripped off. I got totally ripped off from my taxi. And I kind of figured that was going to happen with this like multitude of like taxi drivers just swarming me. Whatever, it's fine, but it wasn't that much money. But I think I paid 200,000 Indonesian whatever, which is like maybe 10 bucks. This taxi driver was like, I'll drive you, I'll give you a discount. Like, yeah, I'm with Grab, oh yeah, that's fine. But then I didn't click it in the app and he was like, oh yeah, I have a machine. Anyways, we ended up stopping on the way to my hotel and at his friend's store where I paid with my credit card, and then his friend gave him the cash. So it was not through Grab. and even though he drives for Grab, I guess. And yeah, so then he dropped me off here, and the hotel I got to, yeah, it's a bit of a tip. They were like, oh, the room you booked said it had air conditioning, but actually we don't have any with air conditioning left. You can see they were lying. And I was like, what? Why would it say it had air conditioning if it didn't have air conditioning? And he was like, oh yeah, we complained, but they still keep it that way, and it just doesn't have air conditioning, so you have to cancel it if you don't want to stay in a room that doesn't have air conditioning. And I was like, okay, I will cancel it. And then I tried to cancel it, and of course my phone isn't working here, my internet isn't working here. Oh my god. And so I was like, you know what, I will just take the room for one night instead of two. I met a girl who lives in Bali when I was in Thailand, and she lives at a homestay in Bali, and was talking about how homestays are basic but can be nice. Like, you have to find a good one, but like homestays are fine if you just need a basic room. Well, this one is not one of those. And yeah, so my internet won't work, and I have no money in cash, and I did get a room with air conditioning for tonight because I'm only staying for one night instead of two. And it was dark when I got here. When the flight landed, it was dark already, and I thought it would be sunset. I didn't think it would be dark. But yeah, so now he did say they have hot water. It's okay. It is okay. So yeah, I booked this yesterday because I decided I didn't want to stay in Thailand longer, and I was going to try Bali. And so this is my first day of 30 days in Bali, and it's starting out with a really grody hotel room. And yeah, so day one. Now I have to like plan the rest of my trip. I really hope the Wi-Fi actually works, or else this is going to be a pain in the butt. I like traveling without a plan. I like being like spontaneous and going somewhere and figuring out what to do when I get there. And it took me a really long time to be like okay with that. And now that I am, I'm like, okay, great, but this place is not the place I want to be to plan my trip. I haven't even looked in the bathroom yet. I haven't even looked. Alright. It's not as bad as the room is, to be honest. I was expecting a lot worse than that. Okay. Yeah, this room. Notice I'm pretty sure that's mold. And this is the nicer room. This is not the air-conditioned-less room. This is the nicer room. Shoot. And it's European plugs here, so I don't even have a way to charge my stuff. This is part of the risk of booking stuff last minute. It's European plugs. I didn't even think about it. Thailand is American style. My camera makes it look nicer than it is. It kind of erases some of the dirt. That air conditioning is barely on. It's on, but barely. Oh, and there's a UK plug, but there's a European plug. So what the heck do they use in this country? And this is, of course, a wet room, so there's no plugs in the bathroom. So there are no plugs in this room. There are no plugs in this room. Okay, great. Okay, great. Day one of Bali. Almost done. I need to get out of here. Taking off my shoes even though I really don't want to. So yeah, so now I get to figure this out. Day one of Bali, arriving in the evening, it's already dark, and now I get to figure this out. It's an adventure. It's an adventure, what can I say? It can only get better from here. It can only get better. I am going to try and make a video every day for every day of Bali, so you will get to follow along with my adventure. Follow along with my adventure. Hopefully it only goes up from here. I thought I was done, but just killed that little guy. This is seriously disgusting. And no, the pictures didn't look like this online. Ew. Shoot. Okay, so I figured out what happened. I booked the website I booked this hotel through had this hotel under a different name. So when I Googled it and looked up reviews, some of the pictures were the same, so I thought it was the same place. But now I just looked it up again using location, and it's actually an Oyo, which is like a super cheap hotel brand, and like apparently some of them are okay. Like I was tempted to try one. I don't know if I will now. Maybe I still will, but there's like super Oyos and like all these other things, and this is like the basic one, and it has such bad reviews. And I'm like, oh, I'm not crazy. When I looked it up, even in maps, I was like, I told my taxi driver, like, you're driving past the hotel, and he's like, no, I'm not. And then he took me here, and it has the name on one sign outside. But it's under, like, its real name here. Not the one I booked, but the one I booked. Yeah, they put it under the wrong name in order to, I guess, hide that it sucks. It sucks. And I thought I killed the cockroach and it moved. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, and my phone app that I have points to book stuff with isn't working. Oh my god. I can't believe that cockroach was still alive. I smeared it. Oh. Okay, anyways, the app I have to book stuff with isn't loading. So this is just going to be one of those nights. But at least I figured out that, like, I'm not crazy. When I Googled it, it came up with good reviews for a reason. Because they had it under the wrong name to get people to book it. And this place is gross. I'm like so scared to look under the bed. I'm not gonna do it. I would rather not know. I would rather not know. Okay, okay. Yeah, so I would totally book a different hotel and go there tonight, except my phone's not working and it's running out of battery, and I have a little charger that I'm going to use that thankfully I did not use in the airport. And I've never been to Bali before, so I don't even know where I would go if I just left. I'm really stuck for tonight. It's dark, so obviously I can't see anything. So I can't even like walk into a place because it's so hard to tell what looks good when you can't see. So I'm just going to deal with it. It's going to be really gross, but I hope I'll survive. And the air conditioner is running all night because it's set at 16 degrees Celsius, which is supposed to be like really cold. And let me tell you, that is spitting out like 23 degrees Celsius air right now. This is like the most disastrous start to Bali. And I have 29 more days left. 29 more days. It better get better than this. Like, I can't believe that they put it under a different name, or like, you know, specifically named it so that it would come up as a different hotel. And then it has a different name. Okay, so I think that's actually it for tonight. I am going to pray and watch that cockroach to make sure that it's actually dead. Welcome to my Bali adventure. Day 1. I really hope that tomorrow is better.